Everybody, what is good? Welcome back. Unit 3, Lesson 3, Exploration 3, 3.3.3. Um, Super short exploration. There's going to be a lot of math going on in this, and I'm just not going to hold you guys accountable for that this year. So, what we're going to look at here is we're going to look at how energy and matter are distributed. And really, what we're going to talk about is that loss of usable energy, and then where does mass go? And mass, remember, is the atoms. It's the matter that makes up living organisms. So the first thing it says, ecosystems get their energy from the sun. We know that we go through photosynthesis and we store that energy. Producers use that energy from sunlight to make food. So not only are they going to make food for themselves, but eventually they are going to be eaten, or they're going to be broken down, and that energy is going to be passed along. Herbivores eat the plants, but they are going to burn some of the energy in the process. So as this organism survives, it's warm blooded, it is going to give off heat as it breaks down its sugar. So heat is given off, right? And so therefore, only a bit of this energy is actually going to be stored for the next organism. Then it says carnivores then eat the herbivore, but again, only a portion of the energy is converted to heat, leaving it unavailable for the snake. So this organism is going to give off, it's going to have energy, but a lot of it's going to be given off as heat. So as we move, we're going to look at biomass, and biomass is the total dry mass of organisms in an area. So what we're talking about is not like you step on a scale, because that includes water. Biomass is those molecules that make up living organisms that is not water, because we know that when an organism dies, that water is going to be evaporated or transpired back out into the environment, into the atmosphere, or into the soil, and we're going to be left with the atoms that are left. So here's a pyramid, and this is really what we want to focus on for this exploration, is this pyramid right here. So there are two parts of the law of conservation, and it is energy and matter. And so this is going to be where we're talking about the energy, and this is where we're going to be talking about the matter. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, and matter cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only change forms. So what we're going to do is as we move up this pyramid, we are going to need this much light and energy going to the producers, but some of that energy is going to be released as heat. Then we're going to move up to this one. They're going to give off heat and give off heat and give off heat and give off heat and give off heat. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have a less amount of energy as we move up. There's less amount here because so much of that energy that's coming from the sun has been given off through heat, through cellular respiration. But we're also going to do the same thing over here as matter, because as these producers, not all of this gets eaten. The vast majority of these producers are going to die. And when they die, they're broken down by decomposers. Same with primary consumers. They are not all going to be eaten. Many of them are going to die, and they're going to be broken down in the soil by decomposers. And even those organisms that are eaten, not the entire organism will get eaten, maybe only parts of it. And those other parts are going to get decomposed, broken down in the soil. And so once again, the matter that started in these plants is only a portion of it is actually going to work up into this dolphin. And that's why we move up into a pyramid. And all these leftover matter is going to get broken down by decomposers, and then it's going to get brought up through the soil, and it's going to get brought back into living organisms through plants, because they are going to absorb those nutrients, those molecules through the soil. And that's why it's important to have healthy soil for plants, because the healthier the soil means the more molecules like nitrogen and carbon that have been broken down into the soil. So as we scroll down, really that's the part that we want to talk about. Now there's all these calculations that you can talk about with how much energy and how much biomass is going to be released. And these are things that you're going to look at when you get into a higher level biology. Okay? But the last thing we really want to kind of look at as we scroll down past all of this is the energy pyramids. And so this much energy is going to be released by the sun, but only this much energy is going to be stored by that plant. And then only this much energy is going to be obtained by the rabbit, and only this much energy is going to be obtained by the snake. And then finally you get to the higher level bird. And so we're losing 90%. We're only gaining 10% of the energy as it moves on. This plant is only using 10% of the million joules, right? Then this rabbit's only get 1,000, 100, and then only 10 joules. So only 10 joules of this energy from this sunlight is actually making it to this bird, and that's why it's got to eat more. All right, so this finishes out Unit 3. We're getting ready for the test, so hopefully you're ready to go. Make sure you go back and you watch these videos again when you get ready to take the test, because all the answers from these videos are going to be found in your test.